Welcome to the solo Final Fantasy XIV challenge. This is solo only, and from the very beginning, we have clawed our way past some of the most difficult fights this game can offer, all while never using the market board, parties, or NPC support, and using level sync or silence echo whenever it's possible. Again and again, I've been told this was impossible, but no matter how hard it got, we've always prevailed. And now, standing on the other side of the impossible trial, Susano, it's time to move forward towards our final goal, Endwalker. Maybe something stops us before then, brings this whole thing crashing down, but until we see that with our own hands, we continue down this long, winding road to whatever impossible wall comes next. Welcome back. Our progress since defeating Titania has been a rush of dungeons and tight timings, and today we've set our sights on the holy peak of Mount Gulg. Atop this peak lies our prey, Innocence, the second trial of Shadowbringers. But before that, we've got some MSQ to do.
It's good to see you. Hello, I am back. I have returned. You see, I had this thing where I forgot. Chat, I have a snake in my house. There's currently a snake in my house that I'm taking care of. So I have them in their little hospital tank. They're living their best life. If you look at a snake, right? You normally don't imagine a snake to be very powerful. These things are very strong. Her name is Tiamat. Tiamat has the ability to, open her tank if we don't put many books on top of them. Imagine things are very strong considering they're, all muscle. Yeah, no, it just never really connected for me. But when you have a snake sitting around your neck and you can feel all of the muscles move to, hold itself up and grip onto you, it's crazy. Downside of closing the tank with books is the snake reads and gets smarter for next time. Well then, Tiamat is quickly learning how to cook food, because all of my cookbooks are currently sitting there to hold the tank shut. I might stop in and visit with Tia, just to make sure that she's doing good, but otherwise, MSQ time. So, FanFest got announced! With the implications that Yoshi P has given us, new expansion might be early 2027, which means I have to somehow be done all of solo before the start of 2027. So I have 1 year, basically, Why do you need to be done for that? Because if I can complete Endwalker before the next expansion releases, then my Sprout will go away, naturally. That is the only opportunity I will ever have for solo Sprout to go away naturally. I do not remember this ever, but this is the most beautiful image of all time. I am participating in a PvP tournament on September 13th in the year of Naldthal 2025. I will be participating in some video gaming. I see what you did there. That's how you win over the masses, with that irrepressible aura of dependability. Chat, do I give off an aura of dependability? Do you feel like you could depend on me, of all people? Because I feel like you absolutely could not. Just show me my mech. Bring out the Gundam! I sacrifice my 3 monsters to summon Obelisk the Tormentor in attack mode. Go, Obelisk the Tormentor! Attack the mountain directly! Obliterate! No, that's Exodia. I don't remember what the attack line for Obelisk the Tormentor was. He really does look like Obelisk the Tormentor now that I see him again. He's even blue.
And so our journey through Shadowbringers culminates in this, the ascent towards Mount Gulg.
I'm about to show you that every light party that you're in that dies to these pulls is just healer no good, probably.
The most infamous wall-to-wall pull in the game, a healer's nightmare, had to be done at least once.
Alright, now it's time to get started, everyone. Okay, yeah, as expected.
Even the small groups on their own dealt enough damage to force us to kill them all one by one. With my joke pull from earlier wasting time, we're around 5 minutes behind schedule, but we can make that back with an easy boss fight. And Forgiven Cruelty fits that bill, or at least it should've. Rake is a tank buster, dealing 15,000 damage. Lumen Infinitum is a giant beam of light hitting anything in front of the boss. And then, Forgiven Cruelty moves to the center for Typhoon Wing. 3 gusts of wind spawn under Forgiven Cruelty, shooting out in a cone-shaped burst when the cast finishes. And that's it. That's the end of the mechanics.
Is this whole boss?
but the second time it casts Typhoon Wing, it adds a little bit more. 4 more gusts of wind spawn, 3 at the edge of the arena that explode in a circle around them, and the 4th is hidden under the boss. Getting hit by any of these gives a vulnerability up, increasing the damage I take and pushing us to the edge of our healing abilities. For an easy boss, 1 mistake is all it takes.
Ooh, 2 is bad.
2 stacks of vulnerability up is a death sentence. There's no recovering from that.
Well, there goes that one. Okay, before we go back into that, I need to go get more food.
A quick stop for underground spring water and some fresh mozzarella makes us some shiny, high-quality pizzas, and our ascent resumes. 4 minutes faster than the last, no mistakes this time. We're moving forward.
No tank buster for you, please. See you later. Thank you. Okay, Mount Gulg, first boss is down.
Now, the mobs are weak enough that we can kill them all at the same time with AoEs and break through multiple mini-bosses to reach the second boss,
Giant Cube!
Forgiven Whimsy.
Again, with the ARR music. Torn from the heavens. Very weird.
Sacrament of Penance is a raid-wide dealing 7,000 damage. Then, Whimsy shuffles its faces and casts Exegesis. Each face represents one of the squares on the arena, and every glowing square will be washed in a flood of light. This will either hit the gunpowder pattern in a Minecraft TNT crafting recipe, or a plus. Then, Catechism, a tank buster dealing 14,000 damage. Judgment Day spawns 2 meteors around the arena, giving you a vuln up if you don't stand under it, followed by another Catechism. The last mechanic, Exegesis, now spawns 2 orbs shooting out donut-shaped AoEs, forcing us to stand under them or far away while the main Exegesis cast continues as normal.
Call forth the Rubik's Cube. I do kind of love the Rubik's Cube boss fight, I'm gonna be honest with you.
As the fight goes on, the safe spots get smaller and smaller, but eventually, Forgiven Whimsy falls, and we're free to continue onwards.
Are you literate, my lord? Any good books you like? I actually can't read, canonically.
The enemies in this final area start off weak, before pushing us to the edge of life with powerful attacks and forced large fights. And one final mini-boss, Forgiven Revelry.
Okay. Let's go.
We've reached the end, and the last boss of Mount Gulg, Forgiven Obscenity. Horizon Fortissimo is a raid-wide dealing 5,000 damage. Divine Diminuendo is an AoE around the boss, hitting anyone too close. Then it casts again with Vothri's Blessing, this time with 2 more rings, leaving naught but thin curves to dodge in. Conviction Marcato shows a single line in front of the boss, but bursts outwards from all of the rings on Obscenity's body as well, followed by Penance Pianissimo, shrinking the arena's size for the next cast, Feather Marionette. Obscenity spawns 4 clones around the arena and places themselves in the center. Each body casts Divine Diminuendo, but only the main body sends out additional rings. Then they rotate, this time casting Conviction Marcato. After, Obscenity flies off to cast Solitaire Ring. 6 orbs spawn at the south end of the arena, and 6 rings appear in front of them. The orbs will slowly move north, and once they reach their ring, burst outwards in a beam of light. Then, their tank buster, Sacrament Sforzando, deals 15,000 damage. By the skin of our teeth, we've survived every mechanic. From here, it repeats, giving us our moments to rest and heal during Feather Marionette and Solitaire Ring, just enough to see us through. The final boss falls, and Mount Gulg is complete.
Okay. Whew, way better than we've been doing. That was really good. A lot more AoEable pulls there made that much cleaner. Yeah. Vothri should have just tempered some armadillo. It would have been better. Unfortunately, you're right. I will take my victory and get out of here. Gulg Planter. What could that possibly be?
I am perfect. Immaculate.
He said it. He said it. He said the name of the instance. Crown of the Immaculate is now unlocked.
Our battle with Vothri can finally begin.
Are you so determined to die? One last chance, villains! Bow down and acknowledge your king! Your god!
Level synced and overwhelmed from the very beginning, VOTH3's auto attacks deal 5,000 damage. Realm Razor is a raid-wide dealing 5,000 damage, and Heavenly Host summons 5 adds, 4 Forgiven Shames and 1 Forgiven Venery. The Shames cast Scold's Bride, a raid-wide dealing 1,500 damage times 4, and Venery casts its own tank buster, Holy Blade, for 5,000 damage. Daybreak is an easily dodgeable AoE. Then, on our refusal to die, VOTH3 summons 4 Sinburst Meteors and casts Enthrall. Enthrall is a gaze mechanic, confusing you if you don't look away, and Sinbursts deal 5,000 damage and provide a vulnerability up if there isn't someone to catch them. Then, VOTH3 moves to the center of the arena and casts Guiding Light, a massive buff for all of the Sin Eaters, ending our run in an instant. We hadn't lived long enough to start stacking the Echo. I wasn't even close. I had barely lived for over a minute. So we have to try something else. Swapping to Paladin for another try, hoping to avoid the Vulns with hollowed ground, we couldn't even live to see the Sin Bursts, so that hope died. Level sync isn't possible, so we move on to Silence Echo attempts. Now, we're strong enough to kill the Sin Eaters as VOTH respawns them, making the fight much more manageable. Though we still don't have enough health and mitigations to survive the Sin Bursts, now dealing 8,000 damage each. And with all the Sin Eaters dead, on casting Guiding Light, VOTH has a surprise for me. A whole new set of adds, freshly buffed and ready to tear through my health. Overwhelmed, we fall once again, just barely making it further than our level sync attempts. The Sin Eaters need to be kept alive, at least until Guiding Light is cast. With no more surprises, we've pushed past our previous best. From here, VOTH repeats mechanics. Daybreak, Realm Razor, and Sinburst. Again, just 50 seconds after the last set. Every 45 seconds, a new set of meteors would spawn. I had no healing left, and my vulns were stacking higher and higher, making me weaker by the second. Silence Echo had failed. But we still made progress today. Mount Gulg was now behind us, and there was only up from here. So we rest to come back another time. A new day brings new attempts. Or it would, but there's something I've had to do for a long time. A lovely chat member, I Love Blue Women, sent me on a quest to clear floors 1 to 100 as Astrologian, the objectively worst class to solo Palace of the Dead. This viewer has returned, and so I must once again face my Astro run of Palace of the Dead.
Goodbye. The Astro run, actually almost a year on, because we did it right before Susano. I started this Astro run just before Susano, so us being done here, this little forced Astro run of mine is just over a year old. Thank you very much, Hecate. Thank you very much for the 100 gifted subs that you gave me to force me to do this. Never again.
With that weight off my shoulders, there's one more thing I've been meaning to do for a while. The memorial piece for Susano, Picto's Kinno weapons. Now, with our forgotten needs finally filled, we return to our battle with VOTH. I chased the dream of a Silence Echo run to no avail. I had to get VOTH to phase 2, but had no idea what the health cutoff was for that transition. And I never reached it. Our only remaining option is Epic Echo, where previously I only had enough health to survive 2 sets of meteors. I could now make it all the way to the 4th Sinburst. And the 4th Sinburst is 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the fight. We had gotten our very first stack of Echo. One more rest and a quick Wondrous Tales. This time, we clear. I had expected this to take a full 50% Echo buff, but it only took 10. At 40%, VOTH is downed and begins transforming into Innocence.
No, okay. Oh, okay. Just barely 600 health, I will take that. Okay.
And once he's reduced to 15%, his transformation completes, and phase 2 begins.
I see now. This is the passion of my ascension. Very well. I shall embrace this triumph.
Righteous Bolt is a tank buster, dealing 18,000 damage. Winged Reprobation sends his feather blades to either side of the arena, shooting out a trio of line AoEs targeted at us. Then, Winged Reprobation again, but a new form. A cascading rain of blades circles the arena, with only a small gap to dodge through as it goes past. Rightful Reprobation shoots blades out in every direction, and a reprise where each blade shoots back towards the center. Shadow Reaver is a weak raid-wide, dealing 5,000 damage, and then Immaculate Authority. The 5 Sin Eaters from before are born anew, with the 4 Forgiven Shames channeling power into the Venery in the center. Once all the Shames are killed, we're given the chance to attack Forgiven Venery. If they aren't killed before Immaculate Authority is fully charged, we die, with no exception. But we were close. So close, in fact, that I removed the echo buff. We needed it to get here, but wouldn't need it moving forward. And so we face Innocence one more time.
I probably can do it no echo, I'll be honest with you. Nuts. All right. Thank you for the easy fight, Vothri. And good night. Okay, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. No proper echo required for second phase at all. That's it. That's the final thing for base Shadowbringers, right?
Innocence has fallen, and we continue on once more, but we're not done yet. One more thing to unlock. We push through the MSQ and enter the final zone of Shadowbringers, the Tempest.
The last refuge of he who denies the light with every fiber of his being. You stand at the precipice, hero. Journey unto the heart of darkness. Finish it.
We have done it. The final zone of Shadowbringers is unlocked. Right now, as we enter the Tempest, we have a total playtime of 38 days, 12 hours, and 55 minutes. 925 hours of solo. This is where today's stream ends, and the closer that we get, the more anxious I get. Titania was unexpected, but I know that Hades is going to be bad. I don't know how bad, but we'll see. Thank you for stopping by, everybody.
These moments are the end of Solo. For now, at least. Right at this very minute, we fight against a being so strong that not even Susano can compare. With my current plans, I will win. But I won't have everything I need ready for that until February or March of next year. So this is the last you'll see of Solo only for a while. The next time you see us, we will stand atop a mountain no one thought possible. I'll see you later for the climax of Solo only. Hades.